Welcome. Message from the streets. Today's topic, interesting topic, difficult topic, complicated topic, because people have their own points of views. I'm gonna go right on into it. This topic is dealing with why so-called blacks should support the Republican Party, or why not should so-called blacks support the Republican parties. First and foremost, the whole election option, Democrats and Republicans, is one of the greatest hustles of all times, dealing with political parties, because when you look at it and you examine it under the microscope of life and you see what goes on, these individuals are playing a vicious psychological mind game on the people. Oh, the Democrats, they better than the Republicans. The Republicans is better than the Democrats. The Democrats going to do this for the so-called blacks. The Republicans is going to do this for the so-called rich, so forth and so on. It's always a siding to get votes. And then at the end of the day, most of the time, the marginalized people never get what they truly are looking for. They get crumbs from the slave master table. And now in 2024, we have this, great event of the 2024 election, Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Am I promoting the Democrats? Nope. Am I promoting the Republicans? Nope. What I am promoting is truth. And the reality of it is that first, this one of my men, they sent me a video about a pastor saying that the Democrats haven't done nothing for the so-called blacks for 60 years, so forth and so on. But my question is, in that same time, what has the Republicans done for the so-called blacks? Most so-called blacks are very apprehensive of the Republican Party because they know that the Republicans have been the most resistance in the advancements of blacks. And now the Republican Party in 2024 are associated with so-called white nationalist organizations and groups. Every so-called white nationalist organization and group in the United States is a supporter of the Republican Party. Every last one of them. That's facts. If you could find a white nationalist group that is, for the Democrats, hey, it's 1 out of 100. See what I'm saying? Because the ideology of the Republican Party is white nationalists. We can't deny this. But they would say, you know what, friend? Come to the table. We have these things in common and these things in common. And the thing that they tell you that we have in common is we're going to help you to get money. We're going to help you to get money. We're going to help you to get money. And all the time, if they're going to help us to get money, they're most definitely helping themselves to a greater portion of that said be money. Giving opportunities, to make money and things of that nature. This is what the Republican Party promises the so-called Negroes. But when we look and examine what Donald Trump did in his presidency with the tax cut, everybody for the first year, maybe the first 2 years, they thought that they was getting something, good, the marginalized people. But now most people are owing taxes that never owed tax before because of the adjustment that Donald Trump did. If you're not in the 6 digits, you're getting screwed in 2024 and with your taxes. Ever since he done signed that bill and the first couple of years went past and then it kicked into the next operation. This was so-called Negroes don't pay attention to. When you are watching a serpent, a snake, a charlatan, and they are promising and talking to you about things, you can't just look at the first thing that they put in your face and they say, hey, look over here. It's a magician trick. You're looking at this hand. Wow, they moving this hand over here doing other things. And this was going on. And again, I'm not promoting the Democrats. I'm promoting truth because some so-called blacks have come to the crossroad where it's though, you know what? The Democrats ain't doing nothing for us. Let's go over here with these other hustlers, the Republicans. I tell you this, it's no difference if you get your crack from the person on the left side of the street or you get your political crack for the person on the right side of the street, you are still addicted to crack. That crack consists of lies, false promises, and all types of shenanigans and things of that nature disguised as politics that's supposed to be helping. You gotta look at the tape. The Republican Party, from what I have seen over the few years that I have been observing these situations, it's all about the Benjamins, baby. And some people are okay with that because they're willing to sell their own people out because they don't care about everybody else. They say, you know what? Everybody got to pull themselves up by the bootstrap. But everybody put themselves down by the bootstrap. It's the condition of the minds and the operation of so-called blacks. Was this done individually or was this done by a mass movement? A mass movement of government operations that were operating in the slave trade at that particular time. And those are the same people that's running this country today, but now they got a new hat on. Oh, I'm a Republican, I'm a Democrat. But no, your forefathers and your foreparents, they were slave masters. And this is the message that so-called Negroes got to get through their thick skull. There is no relief with either one of these parties, and they keep on lying to you, keep on casting spells on your mind. Well, you got to go for one or the other. It's never no one or the other. There's always a different option, but we do not want to jump out there and go for the different option. When you go for the different option, there's always going to be some turbulence and there's going to be a slow, advancement to get to your point. Case in point, when so-called blacks was allowed to participate in professional sports. First it was one, then it was two, now there's thousands. First there was one, then there was two, now there was thousands. And that's the same thing if the people come together collectively. I'm speaking to so-called blacks, but I'm also speaking to all people that are being oppressed by this so-called democratic operation here in the United States. Most of y'all are so traditional or traditionalists, you can't even comprehend what I'm saying. You think that I'm saying something that's communist or something that's socialist. No, the truth is the truth is the truth. And the truth is that there's $35 trillion of deficit, and the Democrats and the Republicans created that on their watch. That's the truth. And now what's going on now, they spinning this junk, presidential immunity, the police immunity, all this type of stuff. Y'all don't see where this country is going. If we don't get in another direction, get out of the car of the Democrats, get out of the car of the Republicans, and get in the car of a new party that has a new destination other than what this current destination is. And I'm gonna tell you something, you gotta be careful, because once we do start going in that direction, get in that other car, these people will kill you. See what I'm saying? They will kill you. Lincoln, McKinley, Kennedy. The president's getting shot, congresspersons getting shot. We look at the Roman Empire and the so-called democracy there, people was killing people within the government. See what I'm saying? And that's the same thing going on today. Man, this is just my point of view. This is just some information. This is videos for entertainment purposes. But we have to look beyond the matrix that has been cast on our minds through indoctrination and separation. And we got to stop believing that the enemy to the people, which is in the government order, has some type of solution for us. We have the solution for ourselves. That's why I say for the people, of the people, by the people. Something in that manner. It's not the government. The government is the enemy to the people. I bring you this message in love. I bring you this message in truth. And I bear witness that there's no solution with the United States government in this current order and condition of how it's working right now today. And if you think it is, you've been drinking that juice. Oneness.